Hey guys and gals, it's Mr. Know-It-All here, and I've got to share something with you on this beautiful Pensacola day. 14 feet wide, and they would still back clear onto our lawn. Hopefully they pick up on it that we're done with that. Each stone weighs what, 800? Yeah, about 800 pounds a piece. So we'll see what happens with our method of moving big stones the Mr. Know-It-All way. So we're placing these huge stones right along the edge of the drive all the way down, and we have Werner's Landscape delivering us some big garden boulders, and these things are huge. I think each skid weighs about 3,000 pounds, so keep your eyes peeled. This will be interesting. All right, there he goes with that thing he's got there. It's called a donkey. So there's the stones, and that skid alone weighs, I think that's 2,800 pounds. The tag's not on it, it came off. But this one weighs 2,979 pounds. But they're beautiful rocks, they're not cheap. 18 cents a pound, you can add that up. And then this one's just got 2 on it. We needed 10 altogether. Biggest to smallest, because our problem is not them driving on the grass where the sprinkler heads are. There's a sprinkler head right there where that screwdriver's stuck in the ground. The problem is up here in this area. So we have just enough room to put the stones there, about a foot from the asphalt. There's a sprinkler head here where this screwdriver's stuck in the ground. And you can see this sago palm has broken leaves on it there, hanging down, and that the sago palm is leaning to the back because the UPS driver and everybody, believe it or not, you would think that 3.5, 4 feet there, 4 feet is enough room to hang your big bumper on a UPS truck over, but they still have to back up until their wheels hit the ground, hit the grass. We had one truck drive in between here and went all the way back here from that driveway. So that driveway, as you can see, is meant by, you can tell by the curvature and how it was set up, that driveway is meant to be driven out of. And there was a circle driveway going, because that's a through garage, circle driveway. You can see the sand over in this part over here. Drive through, come around, and then drive out. All right, theoretically, this is my plan. A well laid out plan means it's success. Well, anywho, the 2 I need first, of course, are on the very bottom. So I need to lift those off, get them out of my way. I'm going to use this 2-ton cherry picker that I've had for years and years and years, and it works great. We'll extend the arm out here. Now these are the bulkier, bigger ones, but they're shorter. They will be the next 4 that I place. And then we have those 2 right down there. So this is my plan. Hopefully the neighbors pick up on the fact that their driveway is meant to be driven out of, not backed out of onto their neighbor's property. So first thing we'll do is try to remove these 2 off the top, set them on a skid, and then place these bottom 2. They're going to go right where that blue flag is there, and right where that blue flag is there. So let's see if my plan is a smart one. Alright, now believe it or not, I greased up the wheels on this thing, and it's rolling way better. So any type of help I can give myself here is going to work great. It's either that or I've got to rent a skid steer to do this, and I think I can do it with what I already have on hand. Hazel Pete. Well, let's see if it works. The only problem with these legs sticking out so far is it kind of puts a damper on how far out you can reach, because the skids are too wide. See if that works. It's gonna take probably all day to do this. I lied, it was only 2 hours to do it. But we have all day to do it. And these straps will handle 7 million pounds. Just kidding. 13,000 pounds per strap. And these are straps I bought when I was cutting all the trees down when I had Boomzilla kicking. Backyard stone removal or placement. Now I'm going to see if I can jerk it out of the dirt. And bingo. So now let's see if we can move it on the asphalt with that stone hanging on there. It's going to be a little windy today, so you may hear a lot of wind noise, but I've got my second one hooked on. I had him place one skid into the grass and one onto the drive, as you can see right down there. I think the drive placement was smarter. So we're going to deal with these until we get them out of our way, but we'll see what happens. But I did get the first one placed, and that's what it's going to look like right there. And what I did was, because I need smaller stones at this end versus that end, I laid it on this 2x8 and then used that piece of junk 2x4 and wrenched it off there, slid it off there, and it left up the stone high enough, being on that board, that I could pull the straps off. So there it is. It's perfect placement, about a foot or so off. We're going to see what this one does, and I've actually got to lift it up and get it to swing off that top one. It's going to be a little more difficult. And I know you're going, well, you should have done this and you should have done that, but I think it's fun doing stuff you've never done before. And I don't really want to spend $400 when I have the time to do it on a skid steer and tear up my drive and do all that. So let's see what we get here. Now what I think I'm going to go do is get a couple pieces of plywood so I can let the wheels go out onto the grass some. But that worked good. It's sitting there. And of course the long skinny ones got to go all the way down to the end. But the big ones I needed down here, so I didn't have much of a choice. Now I have the foreman on site right there. Right, Lily? Alright, here's what I did. I put a couple boards down so I could get the wheels onto the grass without them sinking in. Now I've got a helper going to be helping me. And what I'm going to need with my helper probably is going to be her standing on the end. I need some serious weight down there to keep it from flipping over, but an extra couple 100 pounds will help. I'm just kidding. Well, that worked like a charm. Knock on wood. Alright, here we go. We got it down here. Now, the cherry picker was unbelievably helpful. And I know it would have been hundreds and hundreds of dollars to have somebody place all these stones for us. Especially because we wanted to have them, as I'll mention throughout the video, in a certain, placement. We wanted to have them so they were facing a certain way. laying it on the 2x8 worked really well because I could slide it around and still get the straps off. Take it right back up. Alright, because I'm so picky, we wanted these stones to be in the right spot, so I put the 2x8 under there so I could get the straps back under it if I had to move it. And it worked good because I had to move it again, and I want the stone turned in a certain direction, certain face shining out towards the asphalt. Alright, 8 more times. 7, 6. Alright, so we got 3 placed, and now we're doing the biggest, bulkiest, tallest ones to take out bumper covers, if you know what I mean. So there'll be no more driving on the neighbor's lawn. So this stone is not light, it's big, and it's going to be tall. So we'll see what we do here. Alright, Secretary. And now we're on the pavement, so this is going to be way easier. So if somebody says, how do you move stones in your yard? You can use a cherry picker and sheets of plywood if you're doing it on your lawn, or you're going to have asphalt like we do. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to use a cherry picker because of the wheels. Ready? We got it. Right, here's where Mr. Know-It-All and Mrs. Know-It-All battle it out on how they should be placed. Who will win? Mrs. Know-It-All, she's got her plan, and Mr. Know-It-All thinks he has his plan, but...
Which one's the tallest of all of them? Which one's the tallest of all of them?
I think we know who's going to win. Mrs. Know-It-All. There's a lot of mock snixing going on here. All right, we got them all in. We used that cherry picker and a specialized shovel that really worked awesome. I'll have that in the tools list. Hoolio, tell everybody where all the tools are at.
Buscar en el show más de la descripción de video para todas las herramientas.
Thank you, Hoolio, Cesar Chavez, Rodriguez, Jorge Johnson, Clint Eastwood. All right, we're getting ready to power wash them now with the most powerful power washer known to man. But we got them all set, and they came out beautiful. The 6x6, we're going to power wash that and clean it up because we're going to have a chain across the driveway here to keep undesirables out. And they came out beautiful. The cherry picker worked great. If you want to move them stones across your yard, get a couple sheets of 3/4 inch plywood and you can slide them right across your yard. But if you got asphalt like we did, it worked out pretty good wheeling them around, as you've seen in the video. Now I have power washed these here. The camera took a dump on me, SD card error, so I'm going to hit them again real quick. But this should stop anybody from driving on the grass, unless they still can if they want to smash in their bumper cover. But let's get her done and make it look good. Now I'll give you a little tip on starting a power washer that's this powerful, or any of them. Squeeze the handle when you pull it over. Now this one starts usually on the first pull, but if it doesn't, squeeze the handle while you're pulling the cord and take pressure off, because your pump is building pressure as you try to turn the motor over.